Alright, hi everybody. Today we're going to be doing a build that is meant to be getting essentially value for a beginner player in pretty much anything they're doing. It's going to be Wicked, which lets you unhook yourself in basement, and also gives you about, I think, 20 seconds of aura rate on the killer once you come off the hook. We're going to be running Empathetic, which will give you a plus 35% speed healing and show your aura to injured teammates. Then we're going to be running Self-Preservation, which is going to give you a status effect that hides scratch marks, blood, injured, all of the things. And so that one's going to be really good because it activates once somebody else is hooked, so you can go in for unhooks pretty safe with it, as long as you're being sneaky. And then the last one I believe is going to be Kindred, which will show the aura of all of our teammates if somebody's on hook, and will reveal the killer aura when we're on hook. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Right. Oh shoot, I nearly missed that. So, the point of this build... Oh, there's a hex in play, right? So the point of this build is to give us a lot of information. That elusive lets us come in for unhooks pretty easy. The Kindred shows us where the killer is whenever there's somebody on hook. Wicked will let us get ourselves off of basement hooks. That could be useful in a lot of situations, especially like basement type trappers, basement situations, obviously. And it also gives us 20 seconds of aura reveal off a hook. Empathy will show our location to anyone who's injured, so we don't have to go to the injured person if we can't, for whatever reason. The injured person will come to us. So the goal of this is to give beginner players tools that they can use without much knowledge or much needed knowledge or input on their hands. You will get value out of these perks. Pretty much the whole match is kind of the idea, except maybe Empathetic. Empathetic also gives you a 35% healing buff, so you'll heal 35% faster, which is really nice. So it also does that. So that is what the goal of this beginner's build is to get value without input or gain knowledge. And every perk here will do that. Wicked will show you killer aura. We could still take a hit here. Left us. So that's an example of check spots. Check spots are where you can see which way the killer is going, and then no matter what's going on. We'll go this way. So we probably actually do get hit here. We'll take the hit and we'll try to land Puny Pallet. She's gonna break my gen. We're gonna chill here for a little bit. Okay. So we are being a little bit risky here. Look how we're doing these. Woo! That's so rough. She needs to break the pallet. This is a scenario where you need to break the pallet. Oh no! Barrel caught! That's my dog. She loses at least age in here, not maybe 2, depending on how good Laura does. Because Laura's is at least 75. Oh, never mind. Laura's is now 50. That gets her gen. Claudette blows her gen. I'm jinxing my teammates, I guess. What the actual heck, Claudette? Sorry, my dog wants out. I might have to go let him out here. Ajax! Well, everybody's still far away, so I'm gonna quickly. Never mind, he's fine. I was thinking about letting him out, but he's chilling. See, we should have had Adrian pop there. The fact that we didn't was very odd. And now it stopped, so we can go in here. I'm gonna go ahead and let my dog out. And we're back for the heal. Okay. 2-person on the gun. Excuse me, what the hell? I'm gonna pre-run this and see if I can't. We need to move away because we can't see both sides. Good. Yep. That's a hit. We're gonna run away from the hook area and maybe try to play Kyle here. No! Oh, that was good! The hatchet was good there. Okay. No way. Okay. We're gonna play the TNO because that's our closest tile. Okay. Mother mackerels. Okay, yep. Let's just blow that. There is somebody potentially on this gen here. Ooh, this was the choice. Our elusive lets us get out. There's our 35% healing progress coming into play, along with extra speed from the Lara helping. Our elusive is about to kick in because of the hook. So this lets us go wherever we please. It blocks our aura. We can literally just run in, don't have to worry about scratch marks. Scratch marks are the thing, obviously the little red marks that a character leaves as they run. They can be on walls, rocks, trees, all sorts of things. But we don't have those because 30 seconds of elusive is insanely good. Does she want to heal here? I have no issue going in here. She might be Iron Will or something similar, I don't know. This could be like Huntress Lullaby or something. I think that might be what the hex is. Because if I recall, that does do stuff to the skill checks, and because there's no warning on that. I think this is... See, there was no warning. We had no warning about that. We're gonna walk so we can maybe get that perk. But, and now we can run because we're gonna leave no scratch marks. So they actually do have a gym almost done over there. Interesting. That's in game. Could have a hatchet. Oh god. No way! No way! Holy no! Oh, that's... Yeah, I'm sorry. It looks like it's there, but it's actually not. So we gotta crawl, I think, in this situation. We can't let her guard these. We have to crawl out. Laura gets out, maybe. Oh shit. The Claudette looks like she's not looking for it. That's okay, I guess. I don't get... Don't know what the Claudette is thinking. Claudette is self-healing. That's gonna take ages, and the Noah's gonna just kill her anyway. If she gets caught. Yeah, we die here. That's alright. Decent match. So what do we have? We did have Huntress Lullaby, so I did call that. Anyway. So this is for every time you hook a survivor, give a token, basic skill check warnings appear later and good success zones are smaller. Basic skill checks warnings do not appear at 5 tokens, and they lose 6% more progress. So this is the one that was being a little bit rough on our gens. I don't know if you remember, I was like, oh, this might be Huntress Lullaby, because I realized there were some issues going on there. We had another Hex. It's, I think, almost a full Hex build, no ed. This one just makes it harder to cleanse totems, more or less. They, I think, take longer. Yeah. You can read it there. And then Deadlock will bump you off a generator after one completes, more or less. It closes the generator, if I remember right. And then something else that I'd like to mention is if you are a new survivor and you're testing out new survivor builds, if you ever get like upset and you're like, I don't understand how this is happening, I don't get what's going on, like why are some of these things weird, stick around and check out builds. Because sometimes people do run some very odd perks that have some very unique effects. So the missing skill check noise was an effect of a perk, that wasn't a bug, that wasn't some sort of weird issue going on. That was the perk. That once there's 5 tokens, you don't get that sound cue. Which is why I was having a little bit of issue hitting some of those, because I'm used to hearing the sound cue. It's almost like a trained reaction if you hear it and then you know there's one coming. I guess if you're deaf, maybe that doesn't apply. You don't like get so used to hearing that you'd like miss skill checks because they don't have the cue. But anyway, they don't have that sound cue. But so definitely check out the perks that people are running. Conviction is the perk I was talking about with Lara Croft that allowed her to get back up in in-game. So if you look at any perks and you're like, oh man, like I wonder what that person did, because like I couldn't have done that in this situation. The answer is probably a perk. They probably brought a perk. So that's always a good thing. Another thing is if there's something you're curious about with killers, and half the time, maybe a little bit more, if you just ask politely in, chat, sometimes they'll actually respond to you with helpful information. The biggest example I have of that is, well, it's not on my YouTube because I've been playing a little bit longer than I have making YouTube stuff. But one of my examples of that is there was, hadn't really gone against many Draculas. And so I was like, how does Dracula work? Like, how do you track people in bat form? All this other stuff. And he was giving me some good advice about, how it works with scratch marks, how that's the only thing you can do.